Well, I'm Joyce George. This is my husband, Art. Oh, we've been skating
At least 60
years.
I was 15 when I first went into a roller rink. In them days, if you said you were 16, you could get a driver's license. And so that's how I got into the Alexander in Hamilton.
I was what they call in those days a street skater, and I was 7 years old. I did that all through school.
Go ahead, I'll be right behind you.
Then when I went to work, I met a friend who was going to the Alexander. That was the rink in those days.
Don't look at my feet. That's it.
Everybody went there that skated pretty well. And she took me there, and I never looked back. I joined the club, saw these skaters doing this waltzing, and I thought, oh, how lovely it looked, and I wanted to do that. That's all it began for both of us, really, and that's where I met Art. Then we were teamed up to work together on this freestyle stuff, and we became friends.
I skated with her a couple of times. Well, then when I went overseas, I was gone for almost 5 years, but she was still skating at the Alexander, eh? So when I came home, the Alexander had really changed from when I left there. It seemed strange. I'd go up and ask the girl if she'd like to waltz, and the first thing she'd say is, oh, I have to ask my husband. Wow, what a shock that was, because all these girls I knew were all single when I went overseas, eh? Somebody asked me, how could you stay married for so long? Which I finally realized, if you have a good sense of humor, that's the biggest part.